Hi, this is Robbie, talking to Miss Ida. What is it like being a teacher? Who is your favorite student in your class? Were there any weird things that happened during your job? To Kenzo, who's not here. Why are you named Kenzo? Do you remember anything from your childhood? Who are your parents? Well, Robbie, why are you named Robbie? To Monica, I don't know if this was said before, but this email thing is similar to Halibabica's mod called Doki Doki Interview Club. Hey, there's that thing. Is that what this was inspired by, or did you not know this until now? I'm sorry if this is too many questions. I'll shorten them in later emails if you want me to. From Robbie.
A few parts to this one. Let's start with Miss Ida's part of the question. I really don't play favorites, Robbie. The instant you start valuing one student or another is the instant you are failing as a teacher. Everyone needs help and attention. And especially if you like your good students, that can lead to a negative cycle where the good students do better because they are praised and respected, while bad students feel worse because they get bad marks and the low esteem that comes with it. So I try very hard to treat everyone the same. If anything, I probably spend more time on students who are struggling, and I'm even nicer to them. A few weird things have definitely happened on the job. This one time, a few of my students ended up revealing to me that the whole world is a simulation. That was pretty weird. But if you mean other than the obvious, yeah, something kind of funny or weird is happening all the time. It's a high school. A couple of days ago, one of my students tripped and their backpack was open, and their thermos flew out of their backpack, flipped a couple times in the air, and then landed perfectly on an upturned flask that was itself stacked on a Bunsen burner. The whole class applauded.
No cap! On God!
That bit is over, Natsuki. Anyway, yeah, it's always an adventure teaching. The next part is for Kenzo, but he doesn't know about the simulation, so he can't really answer emails. Sorry. Let's see, as to this last part. We did not know about Interview Club until after we started answering emails. But yes, it is very similar, and Hallie's mod did this long before we did. I think it's a neat feature to have. It really lets us have a connection with all of you out there. Feels like we're closer. Thanks for writing, Robbie.
Next!
Hello there, Literature Club. Sorry for a long email. I've been absolutely loving the time here at the Literature Club, binge watching since a week ago and loving everything since. Recently got back to DDLC and even started modding it as a supplement to my computer science major. I showed my friend this series and she's been absolutely loving the ride as well. For Monica, your struggle has been the most interesting and most gripping I have ever felt in DDLC media ever. I honestly can't put into words for fear of belittling or disrespecting you. I hope you keep on pushing on to finally meet your destined player, whether it be me or someone else. How do you take your coffee? And do you like the espresso drinks, like lattes and mochas? What is your favorite espresso drink?
Let's see. Oh, excellent. Glad for being of service to you in learning comp sci. Thank you for your well wishes. I still have some hope, I guess. We'll see. I'm not a giant fan of coffee, actually. I don't hate it, I just don't usually seek it out.
Didn't she specifically mention coffee? No, she did. In Act 3, she was like, I wish Yuri would make coffee sometimes instead of tea.
When I do drink it, I tend to drink it black these days. It's just easier that way. I actually don't really drink espresso drinks other than just plain espresso by itself. It's strong stuff. But it tastes nice and it sure works as a caffeine delivery method. Next part is for Yuri.
For Yuri, I really relate to your love of books and your shyness. My own love of music has defined so much of my life growing up, but sometimes I can be closed off to my colleagues, especially whenever I listen to music. My question is, what's your favorite music to listen to while reading or not reading?
It is alright to be concealer. There is no requirement that you spend any particular amount of time being socially accessible to your colleagues. Treasure your time in your own world and guard it well. As to your question, I typically don't listen to music while reading. It is distracting. When not reading, I listen to many things. But my favorite is classical music. My favorite composers are Mahler, Mozart, Rachmaninoff, and Dvorak. Rachmaninoff is so good! He is. And Dvorak is a genius as well. Mozart is a special kind of genius. But nothing beats Mahler. And maybe nothing ever will. He is sublime and otherworldly talent. So yes, I will say Mahler for your question overall.
For Best Girl Natsuki, I love how your interests match up with your interests so well. What? I love how your interests match up with your interests so well. Okay, it was the reason I played your first in OG DDLC, even when I was spooked by your play with me scene. I know MC doesn't like platformers, so what are your thoughts on the Kirby series? I love the simple gameplay, the intricate yet easy to digest lore, and especially the music. Also, thoughts on the anime Chunibu Demo Koi ga Shitai? I probably botched that pronunciation.
Oh yeah, best girl. The Kirby games are pretty fun. I've only played a little bit of Forgotten Lands, but I liked it. It's a nice relaxing series of games. to just sit down, grab a controller, and go. And not have to worry about immediately turning your brain into overdrive. Like some people's games around here.
Hey, I'm not judging you.
I am only just learning today about Kirby lore. Apparently has some pretty considerable lore. And yeah, Kirby music is consistently a bop. Just puts you in a good mood to hear it, you know. And let's see, your last question was about the Chuny anime. I thought it was pretty good, not great. Better than mid, but not really good or anything. Rika's a pretty adorable character. I wish Yuta had a little more personality. I mean, I get that he has his own Chuny backstory and stuff, but like, as he is now, he's super normal and boring. This is the thing that anime really needs to work on, in my opinion. Especially in romance anime. The girl will be some high-octane personality waifu with this really distinctive character design and lots of colors and so forth. And then the guy will wear a white shirt and black pants and have plain brown or black hair and just be really super fucking normal.
God, yeah, I hate it when content has guys like that.
You don't count your beloved beyond that, my man.
Or no, she said evolve beyond. I can read words. You evolved beyond that. There we go.
But yeah, like, give the dudes more personality and fashion choices. Let them be more extreme. But yeah, Chuny anime, good anime. Heartwarming, lots of memorable moments, a solid character, just a good old-fashioned B-grade romance anime.
For Sayori, I hope that the rain clouds don't keep you down too much, and although my own experiences don't quite match up to you, I've dealt with feelings of anxiety and not matching up to expectations, which had led me to the dark thoughts before. And I feel your struggle, and it kinda inspired me to come to terms with my own rain clouds. On a brighter note, have you, MC and Natsuki as well, seen Konosuba? And if so, thoughts?
Anxiety is bad too. Sometimes anxiety comes with my depression and yeah, it's no fun. I hope you feel better. And yeah, we've watched Konosuba. It's really fun. It's cute and silly, and when you're watching it, you always look forward to the next episode. Plus, MC and I both really liked it, and that's not always true for anime that we watch. So yeah, I recommend it.
For MC, my friend was absolutely ecstatic to see you be your own character here in the Literature Club. She's been loving Sayori and your dynamic as a couple. I don't know your stance on JRPGs, but what are your thoughts on the Persona series? Man, people are really interested in Persona recently. I really like the Persona series. I think the storytelling is great, the gameplay is fun, and the soundtrack is awesome. As I was talking about in response to an earlier email, Persona 4 is still my favorite, but I like all of them. Super fun series. Say hi to your friends for me. For Mazita, have a wine bottle. It looks like you really need one sometimes. As a teacher, what really irks you about the other teachers and their teaching methods? And what topic do you love to cover the most in your teaching careers? I hope this gets to y'all over at the Literature Club, and I wish you all good times. Kenny.
Yes, well, wine is all well and good, but nothing beats an ice cold beer straight from the fridge. Especially when I'm really stressed out, that's the best. Often when I get home from a long day, I just immediately slam back a beer. Or two.
Hardcore!
Oh, I don't always do that, don't get the wrong idea. I am just a big beer appreciator. As to your first question, the thing that irks me the most about other teachers is when they don't put any effort in. It's very easy to just teach out of a pre-packaged lesson plan, do lectures and homework, give tests, and call it a semester. If you don't care about whether your students actually learn the material or not, that's the path of least resistance. But I think it's important to try a little harder than that. You need to get engagement, you know. And obviously, for your second question, the answer is chemistry. That's what I have my degree in. I only rarely cover for teachers in other subjects, usually biology and very rarely physics. Physics usually requires some calculus, so I try to keep my math skills sharp. Although I haven't been asked to teach math yet. But mostly I just teach chemistry. And thank goodness for that. And thank you for your email, Kenny.
So weird to hear Miss Ida thank people for their emails still. Next!
Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing well. I have made a mod based on your unique existence called Doki Doki Club Meetings Abridged. I'm wondering if you played it. It's a parody of an average day in the life of the club and your close friends. What's your opinion on it? I hope it was good.
Hey, Charlotte email.
Yes, I saw it. You made it right. I thought it was very amusing. What about the rest of you?
Didn't play it. Don't usually play DDLC mods.
Same here. I thought it was really funny. Even about some of the weird stuff like my depression. It just made everything really silly and enjoyable. I liked it.
Well, I'd give another opinion, but I don't know enough about parody mods to dispute it. But seriously, I also liked it. It's good to just laugh and not take things so seriously sometimes. What did you think, Carrie?
A parody universe of our universe. Excellent.
Wait, that sounds like a meme. I smell memes.
Yes, it's a meme.
Wait, you know I don't? This is unacceptable.
Then you should play the mod.
Blah! Anyway, next.
Also, a question for Jasnowski. In the past few weeks, have you made any retroactive realizations about yourself? E.g., you may have been more forgiving of Monica and Ikuko for slighting you in the past because you thought they were hot. Or a friend you really liked spending time with as a kid was more than just a friend to you. I had similar realizations when I came out. Anyway, thanks, all of you are the coolest. Jaqua, aka Charlotte. P.S. If you leave us, the audience, forever, I will miss you, but it will be perfectly understandable.
Oh, same email, just for me. It's hard to say. No one will ever accuse me of being overly nice to Monica.
You're plenty nice to me.
Knock it off, you're making me seem less edgy. I can't really think of, hidden bisexual moments I've had now. Except with Yuri. I can think of a lot with Yuri. So yeah, I guess lots of retroactive realizations about my time spent with her. I think I've always been friendly,
Fiending?
I've always been feeding after her.
Fainting after me with your debased eyes.
Yeah. Indeed.
Alright, enough flirting. Again. Next email.
Hello again, Club of Literature. I have but a simple question for everyone today. I've been thinking about the meme where being in the shower is the best place to think and have the best ideas come to me. So, my question is, what are all of your guys' thinking environments?
Oh, good question. I'm definitely a shower thinking person. It's just a very relaxing, mellow place. So easy to let your mind wander. Unfortunately, you can't really stay in there to think a long time.
This is a problem I have. My showers are half an hour long for exactly this reason.
But I think a lot when showering and when getting out of the shower too. Back when I was worried about the literature club before knowing our reality, that's often when I'd think about what could possibly be going on. So yeah, the shower for me for sure.
I don't spend enough time in the shower to think there. Really, I'm thinking all the time. At school, walking, when I'm talking to other people. My brain never really turns off much. It's actually really aggravating.
That's relatable too.
But where I think the most is in bed when I go to sleep. I get ideas there and also think about other things. Because then there's absolutely nothing there to distract me. Yeah, I know what that's like. Wait, you know what that's like? Sure, when bad stuff has happened to me, like when Fiyuki was sick, I hate being alone with my thoughts at night. It sucks. I'm pretty sure that happens to everyone, Sayu, not just you. Just maybe the rest of us don't have to deal with them all the time.
Yes, I've certainly had nights where my thoughts kept me up.
Oh, that's actually really good to know. Anyway, yeah, my bed. For me, it's my desk at home. I guess I've trained my brain so that when I sit down there, it's time to get in the zone. So now just sitting down there automatically puts my brain into overdrive. Even if I have nothing to work on, just boom, I start thinking about stuff. Weird how that works.
I've never really thought much about where I think. I guess, if anything, I tend to think a lot while I eat. Maybe it's like showering in that it's this other activity that you kind of perform by rote. So it liberates your mind to go wandering in other directions.
That makes a great deal of sense to me. As for me, it varies considerably. Interestingly, I think much while talking to others. And in the shower, and while eating, I suppose my answer is much like Silvery's. I'm thinking all the time. It is just perhaps a bit less distressing for me.
For me, it's not really about where, but how.
Monica, you changed clothes.
I can think more or less anywhere if I want to. I just have to choose to start tuning the exterior stimuli out as much as possible. Although that can be hard. If you have to make me choose a particular place, I guess any quiet room with no distractions will do. Preferably where I am somewhere comfortable to sit. And that's that. Next!
This is a question for Yuri and Natsuki. Are y'all's hair natural, or do y'all apply hair dye regularly? Statement, not a question. I'd be very fascinated to hear that purple and pink hair is natural. Well,
Oh, we've had this question before, I think. Yes, all hair colors are natural. It's my understanding that pink and purple are not naturally occurring hair colors in the real world.
Man, that is still so weird to me. It seems super arbitrary. What are their hair colors again?
Brown, black, blonde, and red, with varying shades between them, and just like us, gray and white as you age.
That's just so random. No green, no pink, no purple, no blue.
People do dye their hair those colors, and blue is apparently considered a stereotypically anime choice.
Well, whatever. Natural pink hair rules, and y'all are unfortunate not to be blessed with it.
We all are in agreement.
Alright, next. How far are we through these, Monica?
now before we step off at that point, I used to think it would be kind of absurd for people to have, like, different color, or a rainbow of hair colors. But then you look at birds and how, like, colorful they can be, and it's like, well, you know, maybe nature could do that. If it really wanted to.
A little over halfway there.
Man, alright, let's keep going.
Hello again, Literature Club. I have some questions that have been on my mind for a while, and I wanted to get them, so here they are. My first question goes to both Natsuki and MC. I don't know if you two are aware of this or not, but manga has been becoming really popular, if not mainstream, outside of Japan and Asia over the last 2 years. There are many factors that go into this, and this article titled Manga is Booming goes into it. I'll provide a link for you here. There's the link. I'm curious, what are your thoughts and opinions on this development?
We're not seen up seeing.
I obviously think this is super cool. It's an underrated art form. And I think it really says something about the way that Western comics, while super cool, have really limited themselves. That's not me knocking the Western comics though, they're super cool in general. It's just that they tend to tell one kind of story, you know?
I know exactly what you mean. I think this proves that people around the world want the kind of stories that manga tell. And that you don't need super high stakes and crazy powers and action all the time to interest an audience. I mean, to be fair, sometimes manga does that stuff, and Western comics don't always do it. But as a rule, manga is more likely to tell you a simple slice of life story or whatever. And I think there's a lot of demand around the world for that kind of story.
Yeah! What I'm hoping for is that manga and comics can influence each other and become something even cooler. But yeah, overall, of course, I think this is super neat.
Same. I think comic can be basically anything, and those particular things are just kind of known for what they are. Like, comic books, they kind of got their... Well, I actually don't really know a whole lot about how they got their start exactly, but they're highly associated with, like, superheroes and that kind of storyline. And then manga being so anime-themed generally. Well, I mean, they're... I guess they tend to fall into, like, the shoujo and shonen subcategories. Those are, like, the big two. But, like, I read webcomics all the time and, like, critique them. And they really can be anything. It's just another medium, man. You gotta shake your preconceived notions.